Hello, third grade virtual academy. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to show you what it is that we're going to work on this week, but I will tell you right now, it is a little bit on the slightly more advanced side, and so this time you will have 2 weeks to complete your project. If you find it a little bit too tricky, there are a couple things you can do. First, you can enlist the help of family. I thought it would be really fun if this was like something you did with maybe your brothers or sisters, or maybe your parents, or maybe even cousins if you're able to have family over for Christmas. So you will have 2 weeks for this project, and if you just find that you don't have the supplies or it's a little bit too tricky, I will have some alternate videos for you next week that you can have fun with as well. So like I said, this one will be a 2-week project just because there is a little bit more work involved, but I think it's really worth it. So I'm going to show you what the project is. It is this right here. It is a 3D paper sculpture of a snowflake, and I just think they are so beautiful and they're so fun. And so I am going to show you how to make this, but I will say that I always try to make my videos as nice as possible and as clear to see everything, but there is something wrong with the lighting in this art room. So my videos are sometimes a little bit hard to see what I'm doing on the paper. So I have included this video, of course, showing myself making this, but if you find my video a little too hard to see, I'm also going to include a video from someone who has much better lighting and you can see everything that they are doing. That's actually the video where I reminded myself how to do this. So I'll include both videos, watch the one that works best for you, and most importantly, make sure you're having fun. The supplies that you need for this project are you need 6 pieces of computer paper. You will probably need more than that because I messed up at least 1 time. So if you also mess up, you'll just need a spare piece of paper to try it again. So at least 6 pieces of computer paper. If you wanted to, you could do this with construction paper and maybe make multicolored snowflakes. So grab whatever paper you have, as long as it's not notebook paper. You will also need scissors, tape, and a stapler. So let's go ahead and watch a video, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun. So in order to make our 3D snowflake, we're going to start with a piece of rectangular computer paper, but we don't want this to be a rectangle. We want it to be a square. So if you've ever made those very popular fortune tellers before, you have definitely done this step. But basically, we're turning this into a square by cutting out a triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my top left corner of my paper, and I'm going to roll it down this way. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that this corner is perfectly creased into a point. So I'm going to kind of roll it down, and you can see it's not a point yet. Keep rolling it, and this whole edge should match up with this edge. So I'm going to keep rolling it down, and then that looks like it's going to be really close. So I'm going to press it like that, and it is definitely close enough. So I'm going to then take my scissors and cut off this extra tab. And now this is actually a square on the inside, even though it looks like a triangle right now. So what I have to do is I'm actually going to leave it closed, and I have to fold it in half one more time. So I'm going to put the long end at the bottom, fold it in half one more time like this. Crease, crease. It's not perfectly aligned, but it's very close. So now that I have this part done, what I have to do is identify my short open end. So this is not the short open end because this is the long end. So it's not that one. So I have 2 other ends to choose from. This is a short end, but it's the folded edge. This is a short end, and it's the open one. So this is the one I'm looking for. So I'm going to hold my paper like this with the short open end towards me. So it's pointing towards me with the short open end. So I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut 3 lines along the top of it like this. So I'm going to cut like this. I'm going to go here. 1 line goes like this. Cut on the short open end, along the top, go almost across to the other side. Don't go all the way to the other side, but it's almost to the other side. There's 1. I'm going to cut another one right here. 2. And I'm going to do 3 total. So I have to do 1 more. There. So now I've cut 3 lines along the top edge, going down the paper, cut them on the short open end. So now I'm going to open my paper. You have to be pretty careful not to tear it, because now it's all kinds of fragile. Oh, it's stuck together up here. There we go. I'm going to open that and open that. So there's the first part. So now what I have to do is I have to take each one of these sections and I have to roll it into a little burrito. So I'm going to start with the middle section. And I'm gonna take my 2 little triangle pieces here, and I'm gonna roll them like a burrito. Kind of like that. And then I have to tape it. So I'm gonna roll it like that and tape it. So there's the first one. Now I actually have to flip it over before I do the next one. I'm gonna grab these 2, roll them up like a burrito, and tape it. Flip it over, take the next 2, roll them together, and tape it. Flip it over, take the next 2, roll them together, and tape it. There we go. So that is 1 arm. You will need 6 total. So here's one of mine, and let's move on to the end when I have all 6 done. So here are all 6 of my snowflake arms. So now we have to join them together. So I'm gonna just pick 2 and go from there. So I'm gonna pick these 2, put those out of the way. Pick 2 and just arrange them like this, where their little inside parts are pinched together. So there's 2. Now I have to grab a 3rd, grab the inside part, and pinch it together. Just like that. All right, now it's starting to get a little crowded, but we actually have to get all 6 of these in here. I'm gonna grab another one, put that inside in here with the rest of these. Pinch it without smashing them. I have 2 more to do. I'm gonna grab this one. Try your best to get it in there. And one last one, this one here. Oh, it's starting to fold. Try your best to get these in here. You might have to staple it in 2 parts. All right, so I have all my insides pinched together. Now I'm gonna staple. One should do it. If you'd like to do more than one, you can. Now I'm gonna drop it, and I'm going to arrange. So we have to kind of fluff like this. Now it's already looking beautiful, but if I were to hang this up, it's not gonna stay beautiful. It's just gonna kind of fall apart. So we have to add another staple in between each of our little snowflake arms. So this is how I do this. Here's these 2 snowflake arms. I need to staple them right here. So this spot here where they come together. So I'm gonna take my stapler. It's a little hard to get your stapler in there. I'm gonna have to pick this up and just do the best you can. Okay, so those 2, oh, I folded it a little bit, but that's okay. These 2. Ooh, I keep folding it with my stapler. I'll just fluff it when I'm done, or maybe I can just turn it over. Maybe this will be the back. These two definitely. Here. Last one. And there we go. So now it's all stapled together, held together really nicely, and even if I pick it up and hang it up, it's still gonna be in this really nice arrangement.